we are. Yeah, I said it, we are. Close your eyes and let the words paint 1,000 pictures. One good girl is worth 1,000. If you don't know about Kanye, you have been living underneath a rock. Kanye is so creative, and I think that's what makes him so iconic. Now, everyone has a different opinion on Kanye. Some people love him, some people hate him. And the reason why a lot of people probably hate him is because he just speaks his mind. Kanye just lives in his own little world, and I truly admire that about him. Everyone should be more like Kanye. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Kanye's full name is Kanye Amari West. Kanye was born on June 8th, 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia, making Kanye West a Gemini. Geminis are known as being mischievous.
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Charming.
Well, beauty's important, and it's illegal to be naked. So why not be adorned in beauty?
Funny.
Oh! Kanye! Oh, Kanye. Kanye, you okay? You okay? Are you okay? Stop taking
And clever.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
And I think throughout Kanye's career, we could definitely see all of those characteristics in Kanye himself. Kanye's parents were Donda and Ray West. Kanye's father, Ray, was one of the first black photojournalists for the Atlanta Journal newspaper. If that wasn't cool enough, Ray West was actually a Black Panther. If you are like me and you went to public school and wasn't ever really taught about black history and you have no idea what a Black Panther is, let me inform you. Kind of had like an idea of what a Black Panther was, but I really didn't know. The Black Panthers were a revolutionary organization with an ideology of black nationalism, socialism, and armed self-defense, particularly against police brutality. Y'all go. I 1000% support that. You guys go. Why is this still not a thing? Y'all seen what's in the news lately? Like, we need the Black Panthers back. But anyways, Ray West was a Black Panther, and later on in his career, he was a church counselor. And Kanye's mother, Donda, was actually a university professor. Kanye grew up as an only child. I feel like that's kind of sad though, because you need like a sibling to like blame things on, you know? Kanye's dad, Ray, was a really good husband and a really good dad, but unfortunately, whenever Kanye was 3 years old, Kanye's parents got a divorce. I had a really hard time like finding out exactly why Kanye's parents got a divorce, so I had to kind of dig for it. This could be wrong. Just take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But Kanye's dad was a photojournalist and his career was starting to take off, and he was doing pretty well in his career. And you know, he's making money to provide for his family. But unfortunately, Ray's work just became his whole entire life, and he would often choose his work over his family. And Kanye's mom, Donda, was a strong woman, and she was not having that. Now, take the whole like reason as to why they divorced thing with a grain of salt, because I had to really dig for that and I don't know if that's true or not. So we're just gonna say that is alleged for legal reasons. But anyways, Donda and Kanye moved to Chicago, leaving Kanye's dad Ray behind in Atlanta, Georgia. But in the summer, Kanye would go back to Atlanta, Georgia and spend the whole summer with his dad. But back in Chicago, Donda was a single mom and she worked really hard to make sure that she gave Kanye a good life. Kanye's mom was such a boss. She had a doctorate degree, and Donda was a professor of English at the Clark Atlanta University, and she was the chair of the English department at the Chicago State University. Kanye and Donda lived a middle-class life, and they both grew up to be super close to one another. But Donda worked really hard, and she eventually bought her and Kanye a house to live in South Shore Drive. And Donda and Kanye lived there for 8 years. But whenever Kanye turned 10 years old, he and his mom moved to Nanjing, China. While they were living in China, Kanye's mom Donda taught English at the Nanjing University. And while he lived there, Kanye learned how to speak Mandarin, which if you didn't know, Mandarin is really hard to learn. It's like one of the hardest languages to learn. But as Kanye grew up and started finding interest of his own, he started to take an interest into music. And when Kanye was 13 years old, Donda helped Kanye pay to record his first song in a grimy basement. And Kanye's song was called Green Eggs and Ham. He was inspired by Dr. Seuss. Now, guys, I searched super deep into the interweb to find Kanye's Green Eggs and Ham song, but I could not find it. It's gone, poof, vanished. So all I have is other people's opinion who have actually heard it, but the people who were close to Kanye said that that song was not very good. But props to Kanye for doing what he loves, because that was his first time ever making music. And when are we good at something the first time that we ever try to do it? But anyways, while Kanye was recording the song, Donda saw how happy Kanye was making music, and Donda wanted to do everything that she could to make her son happy. And Donda had a couple of resources up her sleeves to kind of get Kanye introduced into the music world. Donda knew the mother of a very popular producer named No ID, and Kanye and No ID started working together. And eventually, No ID and Kanye became super close. No ID became Kanye's mentor, and he taught Kanye the basics on how to make music. Kanye was very passionate about music, and he took his music very seriously. He would always practice producing music, and he got better and better each time. And even today, Kanye produces most, if not all, of his own songs.
And you may now use your approved electronic devices. You'll find an electronic device policy.
So Kanye was always gifted in the arts, and he was going off to college. And for college, Kanye got a scholarship to attend the American Academy of the Arts in 1997. But unfortunately, that school was really expensive, and his family couldn't afford to pay the tuition for that school once his scholarship ran out, so he had to transfer to Chicago State University, where his mom Donda worked. And after spending a couple semesters in college, Kanye realized that college really wasn't for him, and he decided to drop out and pursue his music career. And whenever Kanye told his mom that he was dropping out of college, Donda was really upset. She had a really hard time taking this news. But unlike most parents, Donda was really supportive of her son.
Just tell me what kind of S-type Donda West like. Tell me the perfect color so I make it just right. It's don't gotta be Mother's Day or your birthday for me to just call and say, hey mama.
And Donda agreed to let Kanye live with her as long as he could pay rent. And Donda gave Kanye a year to work out his career and get his life on track. And during that time, Kanye worked a telemarketing job and continued to make music on the side. Kanye would work all day at his telemarketing job, and then he would come home and work on his music. Sometimes Kanye would stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning working on his music, knowing that he had to go to work the next day. If that doesn't say passion, then I don't know what does. Eventually, Kanye's hard work started to pay off because he finally got his first client. Kanye's first client was named Gravity, and he was a rapper from Chicago. And Gravity purchased a beat from Kanye for $8,000. Soon after that, Kanye moved to New Jersey and got a new client. Kanye's next client was a rapper named Jermaine Dupri. And after Kanye sold his music to Jermaine, Kanye's producing career started to take off. Kanye sold music to a lot of new people. Some of the people that Kanye sold music to was Maze, Foxy Brown, Dead Prez, Goody Mob, Lil Kim, and his most popular client, Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the guy who we all know and love, and Jay was the guy who really got Kanye's name out. Jay loved Kanye's work because Kanye produced a lot of the music on Jay-Z's album, The Blueprint. And Kanye even helped produce Jay-Z's single called Izzo, or H-O-V-A, or Hova, or whatever it's called. It's a song by Jay-Z. And eventually, Kanye got bored making music for other people. Kanye wanted to rap and start making his own music. And Kanye rapped for anybody who was willing or unwilling to listen to him, which is such a Kanye thing to do.
Yo, it's the Lake Shore Drive, keep it live type boy. You better hurry up, they can't keep it in the store. Computer format your whole style in one beat. Insert the disc, watch press delete. Trying to flex the technique, you get blasted with a tech.
Over time, Kanye eventually began begging Jay-Z to sign him on to a record label. And Jay-Z was kind of skeptical about signing Kanye on because Kanye didn't really look like the typical rapper. Kanye went to college and he dressed like a frat boy. Kanye wore polo shirts and wore a backpack, and Jay-Z was just kind of unsure about it. But Kanye's name started to go around and a lot of record companies really liked Kanye. But Jay-Z took a risk on Kanye because Kanye was about to close a deal with another record label called Capitol. Then in October of 2003, Kanye got in a horrible car accident and almost died. No ID came to the hospital to visit Kanye, and he saw how beat up Kanye looked. No ID said that Kanye looked really, really bad. Kanye's mouth and cheeks were super swollen, but even Kanye on his deathbed still had perseverance and wanted to make music. Whenever No ID came to visit Kanye in the hospital, Kanye told No ID that he had a vision. He said that he knew where he wanted to go with his music. Kanye said he wanted to go conscious with his music. And I guess that meant that Kanye wanted to rap about his accident and experiences from his life that he's went through. And at the time, that wasn't something that's ever been done before. Later on, Kanye recorded a song called Through the Wire. And he recorded that song while his jaw was literally wired shut.
My mom give her light support, telling her son's on life support.
And by recording that song while he literally had a wired up jaw, it showed rappers around Kanye that Kanye was ready to be a rapper and he was willing to do whatever it takes to get there because he wanted it so badly. And in 2002, Kanye signed a record deal with Rockefeller Labels, and ever since then his career has taken off. So far, Kanye has released 9 albums throughout his career. Kanye's first album was called The College Dropout and it released in 2004. And this album won 2 awards. Kanye won a Grammy for the Best Rap Album.
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Then, the next year in 2005, Kanye released another album called Late Registration. This album won the award of Best Rap Album in 2005, and this album also won another award for the Best Rap Solo Performance in 2005. And Kanye's third album called Graduation came out in 2007. This album won the Best Rap Album Award in 2007.
Kanye.
And also won the award for Best Rap Solo Performance in 2007. 2007 was a really eventful year for Kanye. In 2007, Kanye released his very first shoe brand, which we all know is Yeezy, and this brand was super successful and is still super successful to this day. Here's mine. They are the Sesames, and I also have the Butters too. But then on November 10th, 2007, Kanye's world turned upside down because his mother Donda passed away. Donda passed away at home one day after getting a cosmetic surgery. Whenever Kanye heard the news, he was heartbroken. His mom was his world and he loved her so much.
She said, thank you for the times where, we came to performances and this is like really meant a lot to me. She would...
Wanna take a minute? We'll take a minute.
See no soul in the young brother's eyes. Trying to hard by the streets, but the streets are kind of hard. But here's another factor that we can't disregard. Black on black is a stab in my back. It really hurts my soul when I hear about that.
Wait a minute, I always had the words too. I love that rap. Well, you didn't think it was good. Now it's mad whack, huh?
Nah, it's good. That show you if you have a rap that actually means something, it's good.
And Kanye even dedicated a whole song to her called Hey Mama in his Late Registration album.
7 years old, I caught you with tears in your eyes, cause cheating, telling your lies. Then I started to cry as we knelt on the kitchen floor. I said, Mommy, I'ma love you till you don't hurt no more. And when I'm older, you ain't gotta work no more. And I'ma get you that mansion that we couldn't afford. See, you're unbreakable, unmistakable, highly capable lady that's making loot, a living legend too. Just look at what heaven do. Send us an angel, and I thank you, Mama.
Kanye blames the doctor for what happened to his mother still to this day, which I would too. Kanye worked through the hard times and released another album. His next album came out in 2008 and it was called 808s and Heartbreak. This album didn't win any awards, but 2 years later Kanye released another album called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it came out in 2010. This album was really successful. In 2011, this album won the award for Best Rap Album. His song All of the Lights won the award for the Best Rap Song in 2011, and his song All of the Lights also won another award in 2011 for the Best Rap / Best Song Collaboration. But then in 2011, Kanye dropped another album called Watch the Throne. This album was really successful too and won a lot of awards. In 2011, Kanye's song Otis won an award for the Best Rap Performance. Then Kanye's song Inward in Paris won 2 awards in 2012. later, Kanye dropped another album in 2013 called Yeezus, and I could not find any awards that were won from that album, but I could totally be wrong. Then 1 year later, on May 24th, 2014, Kanye and Kim got married, and they're actually really sweet and cute together, so I'm happy for them. And then in 2016, Kanye dropped another album called The Life of Pablo. Kanye won Artist of the Year award. Then 2 years later, Kanye dropped another album called Kids See Ghost, and this album didn't win any awards. Then in 2019, probably my favorite Kanye album came out, and that is Jesus is King. And in 2020, this album won the Best Contemporary Christian Music Album.
The Grammy goes to Jesus is King, Kanye West.
I bet you all the other Christian artists were like super mad at him. Then this year in 2021, Kanye is going to be dropping another album called Donda, and this album is going to be dedicated to his mother, Donda. Donda has not yet been released, but I can't wait for it to be released because I know it's going to be good. So those are all of Kanye's current albums. Kanye has had a very successful career. He has 21 Grammys and a net worth of $1.8 billion. In 2020, he ran for president, but sadly, he didn't win. He did get 60,000 votes though, so that's pretty cool. And sadly, this year, Kim and Kanye have announced that they are getting divorced, which is really sad. But that's all I have for today's video. Comment down below your favorite Kanye West song or your favorite Kanye West album. I think my favorite Kanye album is either Jesus is King or Graduation. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel because next week we are going to be talking about Kesha. But that's all I have for you guys today. I love you guys so much. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.